such an asshole.
So I woke up to this, and it's so beautiful. But I thought there's what is the fundamental atomic DNA level? Why does this evoke? Because we're happy. Anyone with the slightest bit of a brain, men who are sick and tired of being treated like second-class citizens, sick of the childish, like what gets it? It's not necessarily that it's contradictory. Women having their cake and eating it too, or anyone's behavior where you say X but you do Y. Rules for ye, not for thee, or you do the thing. I'm special. Aside from that, and what I think it is that in order to interact on any human level, going out in public, conducting commerce, investing any ounce of your time, is that you want to know the rules and it must be fair. Like, we're not only, okay, here are the rules, but we're going to follow them. And I don't know how else to say it. Look, the male sex drive really lets you gals get away with murder. It really does. The amount of hypocrisy and contradictory behavior and preferential treatment among other groups. I'm not even talking trait-based groups, but just instances where someone is desired, and okay, well, it's okay. Like letting your my kids could do nothing wrong, and your kids are just the most asinine, horrible people. And then people get away with, and they're so spoiled, coddled, arrogant, maybe, but maybe there's a conscious element that, well, here are the rules. Oh, well, I didn't expect to follow them. You see what I'm for? I'll give you another example, not to keep harping on one. I'm just trying to show you examples of what I'm talking about. The what are they called? The OnlyFans girls. They go off, or realtors. I'll give you a perfect example, two perfect examples that has nothing to do with sex or gender. I'll give you an example of a guy and an example of a. I had a buddy. He got into mortgage brokering right at the peak of the thing. Big Democrat. Oh my God, we gotta help out the little people. Votes Democrat. Votes to take my money. Votes to take my money. Votes to take my money. Well, as typical dumbass Democrat people in general, he was making hand over fist, money hand over fist, but he didn't squirrel away estimated taxes. So then one year, he has to do his taxes. He waits till a year and didn't make any estimated. Comes up to me in the gym. Oh my God, I have to pay something like 47 grand in taxes. This is so unfair. Like, whoa. Asshole, hypocrite, liar, cheat, scumbag, piece of shit, bacteria on the shit that I don't want on my shoe. You voted for this, but the rules don't apply to you? 99.8% of the Democrats. I want to help out other people with other people's money, not my own. And then there's like 0.2% of you that actually, no, I really ought to pay more to help out community, because I believe like an honest Democrat, a very microscopically small percentage of you people. And then the same thing, failing to make estimated tax payments. Becky, Trisha, Ladasha, someone ending with a vowel. She goes on the OnlyFans. Through a stroke of luck, she's got this obtuse, really unique looking face or something. Something she does well. Guy's got a thing for her. Girl next door look, puts on an outfit. I don't know, whatever. She makes 200,000 a year, 40,000 a month, whatever. Doesn't squirrel away her estimated taxes. Oh my God, this is my money. But you vote Democrat. But I childish, wrong, hypocritical, arrogant. All you plebes do it this way. Oh, me? Don't you know who I am? I'm Becky. I'm Tanner the Democrat voting putz. I shouldn't. It's my money. Fuck the rest of you. You're not human. You're just NPCs. I'm the only sentient human being here. Don't you shitbirds know your role in life is to make me happy? And here's another example where here's the rules. These are the rules. I think they're pretty effed up rules. And the rules in this particular case are not tax rules or anything like that. They're rules that we as a society have decided it's more important to value the color of your skin, or I would say traits, because this isn't talk about women here. We're going to value traits more than your content of character, more than your ability, more than what you can offer society, which is going to lay the foundation for our ultimate collapse and demise. Because you can't just, oh my God, you're left-handed. Holy shit, let's give you the keys to the kingdom. Meanwhile, you're left-handed. Not to say left-handed people are like that, but you could be like a true idiot. Did you notice I do it with my left hand? You're not basing it on reality or what these guys, but we have decided that women are just better than men. Not morally, ethically, just in terms of who we're gonna have. Just, "Oh, we got vaginas, oh." But then also coming with that, and ladies, I'm putting this squarely at the front doorstep to your house. Oh my God, they're identifying, they're transitioning. You may have even gotten the rest of society, I mean men, because that's the other part of society. I say women, the rest of society is men, to say, yeah, we know we ought to encourage to get women into STEM and engineering. We ought to, yes, women are half the population. We're part of the same community. But then when you went with your cutesy little, I don't know what else to call it, but masturbation, ego masturbation, faux intellectualism, you're a faux philosopher. Oh my goodness. I am just so for helping out people not straight, which is fine. There are people who are not straight. Everyone should be part of the community. We should have, right, yeah, go be an engineer, of course. I don't care what your gender. Go, do it. We all hang out at the party later. But women, and some guys too, have put this at their value system about celebrating traits. And it's almost like a Pokemon thing where, oh, what's a con? I don't know Pokemon. It's Charizard regular, but like there's the common ones you get. Oh, that's just a Charizard. That's just a male. Oh, that's a Bulbasaur. That's female. A million of those. Oh my goodness, the special first edition Pikachu card, and it's still a card, but oh my goodness, you're pansexual. And you decided that not only is it best to be a female, but it's really special if you're transitioning and you're an ally and blah, blah, blah. You don't give a shit about these people. You just want to be like, oh my goodness, it's their cute little zoo animals. Oh my goodness. And I so help the children. And anyone who identified, you entertain, it's fine. We had, if you need to know, I do believe there are actually people who are trans mentally, psychologically, biophysiologically. I had a client one time, no joke, he was transitioning. I think we all look at Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever. Well, they're convinced of it. That's pretty serious about, but that's a functional human being. They still, and now it's just too tempting. Oh my goodness. I still feel like because I don't want to work for a living and work hard at anything and have value. And predominantly women entertain this. So you're extra, we threw merit out long ago. There ain't no engineering. It ain't who's got the best GPA. It ain't who's the most apt. It's vagina first. Oh, are you whatever the 31 flavors of gender that I can't keep up with and I don't really care about? You are? You identify your transition? White girl coming. and which is not fair. It's not fair. It's bigoted. It's discriminatory. It's genderist, I guess you would say. And but and here's the other thing. There are legitimately not straight people. But then you've opened up what 1 in 5 Zoomer girls claim not to be straight. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're posers and frauds. You're insulting to the actual not straight community, whichever groups that entails. And you're just doing it to get attention. It's a cheat. It's a cheat code. And now at Grace Hopper, which if you didn't know, what's Grace Hopper? Grace Hopper is a job fair for women. Fine. For women in STEM or IT or something like that. Well, now a bunch of guys identifying as women have entered it. And now you girls are complaining, which you girls should be celebrating, you lying, hypocritical sacks of shit. We've had to play this dumb fucking game this entire time. Like, are they? I call them a liar. I call them liars because it's insulting to the actual people who might be in that distinct minority group. But not even either. I've been calling them liars, but you play. Oh my god! Like sitting in a fucking daycare facility. But once men come into your little community, and you're like, oh wait, us? Those aren't rules for us women. They're rules for you men to follow. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm going to read through the article, but every guy, if you want a job or you just bored on a Tuesday, go attend this fair. Yep, female. Fuck you. F is for fuck you. And go fuck yourself. And then go find a fern to fuck yourself with, Frida. Men overran a job fair for women in tech. This is written by Wired by Amanda Hoover. Amanda Hoover, how dare you misgender them? These are not men. These are women. How do you like it? Are you aware? I mean, hang on. Do we want to even look up Amanda Hoover? Do I even care? Amanda Hoover, general assignment writer, staff. She's a fucking nobody. Born in Philadelphia, graduate Northeastern University. She just looks like your standard 30-year-old child. It was meant to be a week for women in tech. It is women. How dare you, madam? Swamped by men who gate crashed the event in search for lucrative tech jobs. Those stupid men. But they're not men. The annual conference, a career aimed at women and non-binary tech workers. Well, right up. Somebody who has kids probably knows this better than me, but if the kid clenches his mouth tight, you can't make him take whatever, the medicine or the pill or the cough syrup, right? If you can't, it draws a pretty tight muscle. Dogs, I guess, are the same way. It's like trying to get you girls to take responsibility. You're just not going to do it. I think what's sad here is this isn't a grain of sand on the scales of evidence. This is a big brick we're putting on the scales of evidence. Where you girls are just, at the end of the day, you're bigoted and sexist. You are not intellectually honest. You're childish. Where you come up with all these rules for society, but you're supremacists. What else do you call this? Everybody else has got to play this bullshit game. They go, well, wait, there are some not straight, bi, trans, whatever. It's a fellow principled individual. Yeah, I probably got to account for, But the second it comes on your turf, the supremacy, the arrogance, the hypocrisy comes out. It is happening in ways that aren't obvious. The women are, why can't I find a man? I think, and I'm not talking your autists or your incel community. I'm not talking that. There's a backlash where men are not trusting women anymore. You're no longer part of the community. It's us and them. That certainly has been established, and this is not good for society, and certainly not good for women, where the other half of society, which means society from your viewpoint, really doesn't care anymore about you. Men what's the word I'm looking for? Men, if they haven't already, and certainly the majority, I would say, of men are pretty divested from women right now. Especially and this shit shows up. Men are I'm not saying it like, "Oh, give me clicks and I'm trying to be," this is at the frontier of our standards of living, the success of society, because men and women don't get together, you ain't got no society, and there ain't no economy. So that's where I'm here, find it absolutely fascinating. But it doesn't make it any less true or saucy or clickbaity or gossipy. I don't think women realize just how divested and uninvested men have become in women now over time. Beforehand, it was like the analog days, guys were a little, "Huh, I don't know." Boomer men actually believed in the World War II, leave it to Beaver bullshit. My generation, a little like, "Whoa, we're on the what's going on?" But the younger generation, which is the future, they see that they're done. They don't. Now, it's not that they're going to go to war. I won't say these are full on misogynists either, but they're not helping you. They're not. They're not. There's no. You got the government. You got the institutions. You got academia. What are you helping now? Done. And whereas that's maybe great for women on a macro level, like on the government level or a policy level, you know, Disney makes movies that help encourage women. Okay. But on your day to day, on your individual interaction with men, which you've adequately told them all you don't need, these men aren't going to help you out. These men aren't, they're not going to, like, what do you know? And certainly on a romantic level, I mean, admittedly, most women are not interested in most guys, but do you think salting the earth like that? Follow me in on this logic. Out of most American men suck. I'll grant you that they do. Soy boy, touchy feely, who got the Democrats you voted for. Here's your Democrat men. I don't know what you're going to do with them, but you ain't going to get wet. So there you are. Have at it, girls. But somewhere in there are men that you would, fall in love, blah, 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 blah. Now that you've salted the earth with that, do you think these men are going to be around? You think having unfair rules for society to engage in one another, and the unfairness is now based on gender, male, female, and even not straight out of this because it isn't that. You've come up with this supremacy movement, the supremacy system. You think men have any sympathy or like, oh, gee, really? How much more help and guys they're not treated fairly, they're not treated equally. These guys are busting their ass off like to not get jobs. Then they come in, identify as transitioning. How dare you get out of here? Wait, you changed what? Do you think in not having fair rules of engagement between the sexes that men are going to want to do anything to help you? Now you're gonna have your simps and your pussy chasers, that Putz holding Emma Solkowitz's mattress. You'll have those guys, good luck with that. But you can here's what it boils down to. You can't treat half the population like shit and expect them to help you later on an individual. You can have all the like if you're in a school and, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that doesn't have to. You couldn't like a high school, okay, you got 4 grades. You can't take the upperclassmen and the lowerclassmen, treat the lowerclassmen with, inferior rules and think the lowerclassmen are still somehow gonna align or on an individual case, help out the upperclassmen. You're like, "F you, upperclassmen, you got preferential treatment by the administration, by the staff." That's what's gonna happen, and it's souring individual relations, souring personal relations. Crocodile tears. Get the fuck out of here. No, I don't care. Men should do it more. Are these the rules? Oh, there's a loophole that you've been using the entire time. Shouldn't these men be brought right up front and center? Look at these brave trans women. Oh, but it affected you, huh? Annual conference and career fair aimed at women and non-binary tech, where it takes place. Pioneering computer scientists. I never heard of her. What did she do? I want to know who. Yeah, I'm not gonna look it. I'm not gonna look up Grace Hopper. Took place in Orlando, Florida. Event bills itself as the largest gathering of women in tech worldwide and is sought to unite women in tech industry for more than 30 years. Sponsors like Apple, Amazon, and Bloomberg. It's a major networking opportunity for aspiring tech workers in person. Admission costs between $649 and around $1,300. This year, droves of men showed up with resumes in hand. AnitaB.org, the nonprofit that runs the conference. I'm sure you girls are all about the equal treatment of human beings. So there was an increase in participation of self-identifying males at this year's event. The nonprofit says it believes allyship for men is important. Noted it cannot ban men from attending the events due to federal non-discrimination protections in the United States. Well, who voted for that, ladies? The idea, new idea. Well, it's not a new idea. Just if you haven't heard of it, this thing called the freedom of association. It's on par with like freedom of speech. Let's say I want to hang out with an exclusive group of men whose name starts with 2 vowels. Okay. My elite group of people that I want to hang out with, you all have to have a first name that starts with 2 vowels, of which it would only be Aaron, because that's the only name I think that starts with 2 vowels. It'd be a pretty boring group. All right. But let's say I want to do that. Why can't I do that? I should be able to do that, right? Like Aaron number 327 wants to hang out with all the other Aarons, and we want to hang out with Aaron number 327. We go hang out. We're not hurting anyone, doesn't bother anyone, but you can't hang out because for whatever reason, people with 2 vowels in the front of the name, I don't know, we have some kind of cultural similarities. You have the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You have women's groups. Fine. Okay. But you girls couldn't let that be. You couldn't just let it be like, hey, we're a bunch of guys hanging out, doing our thing. No, you had to butt your nose in there. Then you had to come up with this ridiculous thing that, oh, well, the trait that, pretty identifiable trait, like the guys who play lacrosse club. What is a guy? Do you identify? And now you open up this can of worms. Now it's biting in the ass. You don't get to have this anymore. And you made it law. Can't have the Boy Scouts of America. You girls voted for that. Yes, there were some men, but it was disproportionately you girls. You keep voting for this dumb bullshit because it's popular, because you want to help out the little people. You don't look at what policies the Democrat Party actually institutes. Again, not a big Republican, but holy shit, ladies. What did you think was going to happen? Now, I'm going to hang out with whoever I want. If I want to form the white male libertarian club who carries guns and has brown eyes, I'll do it. And no one's going to. So it says, can I come in? No, you got blue eyes. Get the fuck out of here. And then people say, oh, we're going to get the feds. Like, yeah, you find out what happens when I can't hang out with who I want to hang out with. You find out. This is exactly what happens. Every guy should be going there. Every guy, just to like make it hell so these girls actually pay a price. This is the equivalent of making my buddy and the OnlyFans girl pay their taxes. Every guy should just sign up to this thing. Hey, how you doing? Get a booth. The men's Grace Hopper group. Hey, guys. But this is supposed to be for women. No. Well, then you start voting Republicans or libertarians in or get the laws changed. Knock it off. Boy, and it's not like you just flip a switch now. You're going to have decades of law changes and like, oh, yeah. We don't want to discriminate on policy or institutions, right? Okay, but maybe private clubs could have the private clubs. Oh, no. We should all just start invading women's spa. Like, go to the nail salon. Make sure you eat a lot of chili, like, 5 hours before for your farting a lot. Men are coming in and farting. We call them fart fests. Like we have a fart strike team. I'm like, okay, here's a group of women. They're at Neiman Marcus. All right, they're having their champagne and other bullshit. We send in a fart strike team. All right, I saw the meeting on the internet. Starts at 2. We're gonna meet at 10 a.m. Frank, get your really spice green chili going. Let's eat a ton of that. We wait. We come in on a bus, just wearing sweats. Make sure we're gonna, like you ladies, we're gonna make sure we're fat and not dressed for the occasion. We're gonna go out and make it an eyesore for you to see us. Maybe dye our hair blue and pierce our noses. Just fart, 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 farty, fart, 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 fart. We could do a dance, like you girls do, like the CNAs, the nurses. We could do a fart dance. Yeah, fart off dance. Yeah. What do you think we've been putting up with this entire time? Bunch of people acting like fucking idiots. Do the fart dance. Yeah, do the fart dance. And if we get really good, we can time our farts. Maybe even put octave and notes to our fart. That'd be a really puckered asshole if you could get your farts to come out. Do the Star Spangled Banner and farts. And there'd be the government just, I don't know, they have a right to be here. It stinks. Fart, 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 fart. Organizers express frustration. Go fuck yourself. Past iterations of the conference have always felt safe and loving and embracive, said Bo Young Lee, president of advisory of AnitaB.org. And this year, I must admit, I didn't feel this way. You know what? The presence of a man, go fuck you. You felt just fine. Look, if you're afraid of men, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be obviously don't walk down a dark alley. Oh my God, don't say that. Okay, contradictory, trying to have the cake and eat it too. You're afraid of half the population? I don't know. Good luck to you, lady. Good luck to you. That's always their go-to. I don't feel safe. I didn't feel safe. Yeah, you vote to have a bunch of illegal immigrants come in from criminal countries. Right off the bat, they go on welfare. You don't feel safe. Cullen White, NAB's chief impact officer. Holy cow. Tell me you're a worthless organization, a worthless position without telling me. Impact officer. That registrants had lied about their gender identity when signing. How dare you, madam? How dare you? You really don't know that. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, you lying bitch. God almighty. Anytime, did you misgender me? Oh, only men can misgender. What a sexist piece of shit you are. Only men can misgender themselves. Men we're now taking up space and time with recruiters that should go to women. Go fuck yourself. How much help do you need, strong, independent women? All those are limited resources to which you have no right, White said. Anita B did not respond to Geo. Oh no, the privileged little girl didn't get her way. Tech jobs, once a fairly safe and lucrative bet, have become more elusive in 2022 and 2023. Tech companies around the world have laid off more than 400,000 workers. You mean the ones that like, hey guys, so today, I'm going to go. Here's working as a creative over at Twitter. And so here's like my biscotti. I'm going to get an espresso. And oh my goodness, there's Jerry. He's the office clown. Yeah, hey Jerry, how you doing? Playing with Lincoln Logs. Tens of thousands of cuts, huge employers, Meta and Amazon finally institute hiring freezes. Controversy at Grace Hopper celebration shows the fallout from those job losses, and women and non-binary people still struggle to find equal footing. Aren't those non-binary people who just signed up? Just because they present male doesn't mean they're not female. We're just using your own rules here. I'm not gonna. At a certain point, the bullshit ends. You've had enough of it. I'm done with this circus. I'm done playing your game. It's very simple. I mean, equal treatment. Everybody. Yep, fine. Go squirrel off and do your thing, but you should be allowed to discriminate. No, this is a women's only event. Okay, cool. Women's only. It's a black community event. Okay, blacks only. It's like Black Bike Week down in, is it Daytona? Somewhere in the South. And I'm like, and I've talked to guys like, well, you could go. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Black Bike Week. And yeah, I would have some fun, I'm sure. I'd like to see what it's like. But, that's for black people. You would have, we were at one time a respectable community. Like, no, that's the black community. They want to do their thing. Oh no, that's the Latino community. They want to, whatever, Cinco de Mayo or whatever they want to do. And if they were like, yeah, well, yeah, come on in. You can have some tacos and we got some salsa dancing. But this is, what is it? It's not like it's exclusive like the Masons. No, you can't come in here unless you sacrifice a goat. But there was no animosity. It was not an us versus them. It was like, no, look at them. They're celebrating their thing. Yeah, this is more this particular cultural community thing we do. That's exclusively. But yeah, you want to come into the come on in. You just couldn't do it, could you, girls? You just couldn't do it. We had it all set. It was all fine in the 80s. Oh no. Oh no. Now we got to have rules. There was somewhere in the article that we gotta close the gap between men and women in STEM. Well, fucking do it then. This shit ain't gonna help. And good luck getting women to go major in engineering and STEM and IT and all that other shit. I've been doing that for a dozen years, and oh my God, they don't wanna. Don't come blaming men because women aren't going into STEM. It's men's fault. Get the fuck out of here. We're sick of that shit. I don't think, and this is just the lady. You got a generation of men. You also got the internet pointing out to these generation of men like, this is bullshit. They're just going to get sick and tired of your lip. And whereas we can't do anything about it with the law on individual interactions, yeah, they don't have. Boo-hoo-hoo. Here's another thing that, was it Colin White was the gal's name? That's a unique name. What, people can't Google you and look you up and then find out what bullshit you're spewing? And then you have the internet where there's other people like us saying, look at this childish behavior, which not only tells these men and informs them like, look, this is bullshit. They're acting like children. It's discriminatory. It's hypocritical. It's wrong. It's evil. And no, you're not crazy. I don't care what your teacher said. No, this is double standards. It's not acceptable. And whereas back in the olden days where it was analog or the internet wasn't all the way around, you certainly didn't have this alternative red pill philosophy, which is called reality, to tell people like, nope, you're not wrong. You're just being brainwashed. Like you could get away with it. Oh, man. Okay, you're right. Oh, yeah, I guess we got to help out. Now they can see it. You're not hiding anything. You got people like me. Well, look at this hypocritical backstabbing behavior. I'm sorry, not backstabbing, double standard. Be like, yeah, I'm done with that shit. It is. It's not. We're done with it. But you have to understand. I'm not explaining this to you anymore. I'm not gonna say, well, see, but you see the where you screwed up, ladies, where you maybe haven't noticed it, but you see, you never question when somebody else is transitioning in a general sense. But once it's a women's only event, all of a sudden you falsely accuse. Don't you see the hypocrisy? No, I'm done with it. It's called, we're sick of your shit. We're done with your lip. You're lying sexist shit. We're done with it. Done. Not engaging on this warp. Oh, you see, I don't know if you realize what you did. They damn well know what they did there. Just like my friend who didn't want to pay his taxes are the only fangirls that don't want to pay their taxes. What it boils down to is they want to be superior to you. Not out of anything to treat you badly. They just don't want to have to abide by the rules they lay forth for everybody else. They want preferential treatment. And that is a supremacy movement or discriminatory movement, depending on which way you want to look at it. And that's not acceptable. That's wrong. It's unethical. It's bullshit. And you're going to create more enemies than you realize. Or certainly people who are apathetic. Is that the word I'm looking for? Apathetic. Apa showing a feeling of no interest, enthusiasm, or concern. Yep. You are making men apathetic to you. Can't find where's chivalry. I don't want to hear. Women don't really complain about chivalry anymore. I think they're mercifully, thankfully, it's gone. They were never that big fans of it. But I was on the side. Why can't a man help? Oh, look, a video game. Oh, look, a snail to watch it climb slowly through the mud. Literally anything but helping you now. All right. We got some super chats. Link below. What do I got link? I think I got my just general crap link below because October is October's originals. Oh, the minimalism course is open because I'm not doing asshole consulting. It's just originals. When I wake up in the morning, I want to yell. I haven't even showered yet. Still in my same underwear from last night. So I think link below is a link to all my teachable courses. So they're open. Achieving Financial Excellence, Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, and The Dad You Never Had. Link to my Amazon affiliate program if you want to go buy stuff. And then, what the hell's the other? Oh, Subscribe Star if you want to have access to the road trip podcast. That's there. It is a subscription thing. It's like $2 a month if you want to. You don't have to. Let's go to the super chat. Shark Taws. Everyone subscribe to the very chill and relaxing YouTube channel on sharks. Like, what? Really? Go watch it. You don't believe me? Click on it. You're like, oh, yeah. If you want to feel better and relax, go watch Shark Taws. $10 men will get more if they focus on sharks. Hope you're doing well, Cappy. Also, you got me hiking. Damn you. Hey, what's wrong with hiking? Oh, no, I got you to get exercise and get your cardiovascular health up. And I guarantee you in a better mood. I guarantee you in a better mood. Love hiking. Might even go hiking later on today. Hutu, 100 generous Canadian dollars. Thank you very much, Hutu. We've never had you on there. Have you? I don't think you've ever commented before. I don't recognize the handle. You and your work has helped me substantially in life. Thank you, you effing asshole. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the money. What are we gonna do with Hutu's money? What am I gonna do? What do I got? Nothing. We bought the gravel. I got the lining for the landscape. There's really nothing. I don't not know. I paid my quarterly sales tax. I guess sales income tax. I got to pay my quarterly income taxes. It's October now. Your money will go right back to the government. Did you know, man, $2? Gender wars perpetuate to keep birth rates low. I don't know if I believe in that whole depopulation thing. I honestly, I think a much more simpler Occam's razor. Girls just never like guys that much. They never did. And now that they're free of men, this is what happens. Which it makes sense. You are your own best self-interest because you got to stay alive. Like the most important person in a relationship is yourself. You got to keep yourself up and happy and running. Otherwise, you're of no value to the other person, like your kids and all that. But I think now that women don't need men anymore, and they never wanted most men, the only thing left is themselves, which is sad. Because it really ends up just becoming self-worship and their own weird cult of themselves. I've talked about this before. The most boring person on the planet should be who? Should be you, because you're most familiar with yourself. Like, I don't need another. Like, if anyone said, hey, we're doing an Aaron Clary podcast and it's everything about Aaron Clary, no. Why would I watch that? I guess women are different. Like, me. Oh my, like, they have women's studies departments. How boring is your life? You got to study yourself. Like, what all can be said about the vagina? What? Like, don't you want to get out and living? Think about how sad your life would be if you're going to go get a male studies degree. Wow, man. There's so much else to do in life, like hiking. What is the penis? Oh my God. The inner meaning is like they write thousands of pages of this shit in academia about being a woman. What? the inner meaning of brown-eyed people. What the fuck? Yeah, through God or nature, you're given this wonderful thing called sentience, called consciousness, called existence, and you stare at the fucking mirror with it for your entire life. I guess I help out the kids, help out the poor, adventure, everything I write about in the menu, like literally go and do anything. Nope, they just gotta myself, 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 myself. Lara 57, $5. There was an actual programmer who farted out musical tones on stage called Lepetomane. Let's do it, guys. Fart strike group. I'm for it. We all get a badge, a little patch. Fart FSG. Oh no, it's part of the FSG. Don't piss them off. The FSG will get you. Reen Schwartzer, $5. Finally found the reality of women in church this past month. Cappy saying women use God as a shield rather than a shepherd or guide. Reen, email me the story. I mean, change things so I would love to read it. I didn't say everybody email me the story. I said, Reen, email me his story. All right. I it's so sad. It's I can predict it, man. I can predict. Oh, Lara, $2. The name was likely misspelled. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna look him up. Maybe we just hire him and send him into fart. I think, okay, maybe okay, silent death. There. Yeah, guys, hang here. Here we go. Okay, we don't go in loud and obnoxious like a nurse dancing team or a what do they call it? A strike dance where the dancers just show up. We go in and we dress like we're not farters, but we go and we eat some really farty food 4 or 5 hours before, and we just kind of come in one at a time, and we go stand by a large fat woman, and we drop farts next to the fat woman, and then we quietly leave. And we just stink up the place. We just stink up the place. But we're like dressed in a suit, whatnot. You know, we look like Gregory Peck or somebody. But when we go stand next to the purple-haired, fat, large woman, and we just start dropping farts, and then we quietly leave and walk away, and everyone thinks it's her. We're called silent death. We just get in and leave. Who's with me? Silent death. Come on, guys. Joseph Jones, one of the most dapperly dressed gentlemen in America, $5. Did Cappy actually how not to not be a millennial? I see a different name. Yes, it was a guy called Victor Vince Barrick, older man, and we had an agreement. And not to go into a lot of details, but he's older and things. So I have written it. He did help edit it a little bit, but yes, that is a book 95% written by me. Go get it if you want. Want to make sure I support my favorite art. Yeah, get it. Some of my best writing. You'll see a little bit of a slight different tone, though. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later, Toodles.